Happy Wednesday, people. Welcome to the Kris The Critic Show. This episode is called The Sidepiece. Now, look, this is a morally judgment-free zone. Whatever we say stays in our little circle of trust.
Just right here.
All right? Now, before I introduce my guests, we'll have some ground rules. A mistress or a manstress. It's a word because I told you it's one. Or paramour, etc., whatever you want to call it. It's someone having an ongoing relationship or an affair with someone who's married or, for this show, in a monogamous relationship.
Jane, did you see that comment?
With someone else.
Because she's still not here? That was a minute ago.
Oh. Can you guys hear?
Let's see. Can anybody hear us? That should.
Are we good? We Gucci?
You're showing up on the street.
Cool. Now, according to the stats, there are a lot of people out here cheating. Let's just put that out here. It's not just men anymore. That was the case 40, 50 years ago. It's a lot of folks out here cheating. I don't want any of you, that mean your person is. I don't want nobody going home poisoning their husband or beating their wives. All right? But it is fact. 20% of men have admitted, who are in a relationship, married or otherwise, have admitted to cheating. 13% of women have admitted to cheating, and women don't admit shit. So that number's real high. Now, my guest for today, we had a fourth. He couldn't make it. My better half of every Kris The Critic show. The incomparable, the brilliant, the beautiful, the Gina B.
Hey, I'm sorry, I was late. That's my fault.
Gina B is the reason we're late.
I am the reason.
And
some dumb accidental lecture drive.
The other left arm, you're the right arm to the Kris The Critic Show.
I'm the left arm.
Left arm, right arm, very important piece. Very special guest. Host of her own show.
Better than the big toe.
Sean Watson, who's now just Sean.
I'm just Sean now?
I love that shit.
Wow, I didn't know I evolved.
I love that. I love that.
Hey.
So, ladies, again, you know this show. You admit what you will. I will start off. I have been a side piece.
Okay.
I've had a side piece. It's pros and cons to each.
Well, aren't there levels of side piecery, if you will?
What do you mean?
Side piecery?
Yeah, like if someone's
like
got multiple.
Someone's a piece.
No. What I'm saying is there are some people that they have their main bitch.
Okay.
Right.
And then they have others.
Okay. Now, main bitch can be a man or a woman because women have side pieces.
And some men are bitches.
Right. And a lot of men are bitches.
FYI. Yeah.
No disrespect
However,
to my male brethren.
My point is, and we talked about this topic, and one of the things that I was excited about talking about was that there's a show that just came on called Unprisoned. Have you seen this?
No.
Oh my God. Totally check it out.
Oh, yeah, you told me about
Kerry
this.
Washington.
It's
Kerry Washington and Delroy Lindo. And she is dealing with her father, who was just released from prison after 17 years. And he scrutinizes her relationship since she's in a relationship with this man. Mm-hmm. And he tells her, oh, you're not the main bitch. Or, and so she was like, well, what does that mean? And so I think a lot of people are confused with like how much you know and which person are you?
Let's qualify this. Great point for the show. First, Monica Levy-Rowland asked a question. Does it have to involve sex? Somebody's sex got to, he going down on you, giving him some head. Something.
What's the point of being a side?
Technically, you're not a side piece.
You're not getting a piece
unless someone's getting a piece.
Unless you're getting a piece.
Now, a side piece, in the traditional sense of the word,
side piecery.
It means usually the side piece knows about the main person.
Okay.
The main their spouse. They know about their lover's spouse or girlfriend or husband or whatever. But that person doesn't know about them. When that would be an open relationship.
Right.
And that is not this show.
No.
This is specifically side piece. We good?
Yeah, we side. That's exactly it.
I will say,
Monica, eating is cheating too.
I found out eating is cheating. I'll go first. Audience, if you want to open up with your salacious stories. A lot of people today know that. So I'll tell you, I was younger. I didn't know I was a side piece. I thought
It's happened to the best of us.
even though I'm a retired 8th degree Jedi Knight player at this point, at one point I was young, dumb, and
Full of.
yeah. So I'm at this girl's house.
Mm-hmm.
What is she, a Kris the Critic fan? I'm at this girl's house. I had been intimate with this person. But this particular day, she was cooking for me. And she's like, whoa, you gotta hurry up. You gotta finish that spaghetti. I'm like, what do you mean? I'm young. Girls don't usually cook. The girl's cooking some food. But then I gotta go. And she's like, look, my man is coming over. You gotta leave.
You're like,
I was a little disheartened. Nowadays, you're a side piece. You're like, yeah, I'm sneaking. I feel good that we've all become sinners. I feel good. But back then, I was a little hurt.
well, you were hurt because you didn't know.
Because you wanted to be, you
wanted to be the main piece.
You wanted to be the main piece.
You were not the. You weren't the like the main course.
I started off.
The mashed potatoes.
Yeah, you were like the mashed potatoes.
I was a better side. I was a side piece that could have been the main dish, like spaghetti or something.
Yeah, well, see, there's debates about macaroni and cheese, right? Like white people think macaroni and cheese is the main dish.
They do.
Now,
But in the back home,
have
it's a side
either
dish.
of you been side pieces?
I think I was once inadvertently a side piece, and then when I figured out I was in
Since
a
then,
side piece situation,
Genevieve, I don't buy that. And not that we're young people.
I was super.
We're all over 30. At our age,
I
everyone has
wasn't-
voluntarily been a side
I have
piece.
not ever
and I'm going to say you're
voluntarily.
lying if you are.
I've never voluntarily been a side piece.
Chantel, let's have a
I
conversation.
have absolutely voluntarily been a side
You
piece.
voluntarily been a side
honestly,
piece.
Few
right?
times, and
Yeah.
I've been some side pieces.
And
Okay.
you what?
This is
And I've
why
had
we
side
wanted her
pieces,
on the
yes.
show.
She seems like, you see her. She's always warm-natured. She has these glasses. Watch for those fellas.
It's always the ones with the
So
glasses.
let me ask you.
Podcast
All right,
world.
let me ask you. Let me ask you this.
Whole life.
Let me ask you this for those who are here.
Yes.
And if we dredge up any bad memories from folks, don't go poison anybody or kill anybody.
Is
Disclaimer.
that an option?
All right. All situations are totally that have to do with real life are totally
Yes.
coincidental.
And that's
Now-
something to learn from it.
Why, in your many instances, did you choose to be side
Be a side
piece?
chick? Oh man, one is way too complicated for us to get into this
Well, just
conversation.
with some of the reasons.
So I'll stick to the ones
level.
that are easy to explain.
Hello.
Because I had a boyfriend, she had a girlfriend, so we wanted to do that. So
Oh,
it was
wait.
easy because we were mutually
hold on.
like
Wait, let me
You
think.
had
into
a
the
boyfriend. She had a girlfriend.
he had a
Oh,
girlfriend.
I was like,
Sorry,
oh.
too many words.
You all were each other's side piece.
Yes.
That could get
Okay.
messy.
No, it was quite strategic. We were actually good.
Actually, that is,
Actually, once I'll share this stupid story. So once I was over his house, his girlfriend showed up. I hid.
damn.
Now, be clear, I am like 20 something, so it would never happen now. But I hid in
Now
the
you're
closet
30
for an hour and a half while she was there,
Ooh,
Wow.
Lord.
naked
Now,
in
had
the
you-
closet.
I
Yeah.
would say, were you nude?
Yeah, I was naked in the closet
Had,
for an
had-
hour and a half.
now,
It wouldn't happen.
had he come to completion?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's tough.
Y'all were just lounging
Yep.
around.
You
I was
just
like,
laid.
"Get your ass in the closet,
You
bitch.
just
Get your
laid
clothes."
up, all stained up. No,
all
all
sticky,
stained up like Jesus
all sticky and
Christ.
shit. And she's,
Right.
he's in the
So
closet.
how did he get her to leave?
I don't remember. This is a long time ago.
Admittedly, it's like watching a
I
movie.
have no idea.
It's like watching
She
a movie.
eventually left.
For me, but wasn't
She didn't smell anything.
especially when we were younger. When people were killing each other over
You're on
infidelity.
this death thing today.
People do bad things. Listen, you
I'm
do
just
not
saying.
want to mess around these days with folks out here killing their boyfriends and girlfriends. I'm just telling you. But was there a feeling of, because I did, I
Total
honestly,
panic?
I don't. When you're in the moment, when you're a side piece, or
Oh.
you feel like exhilarated, like it's something new. It's a new. That's what I felt.
I gotta really dig through the resources of our mind.
Monica
Probably-
Levy Rowland has been a side piece on purpose.
You said what?
Okay, Monica.
Okay.
I believe the side people. Wait, what?
I've been side piece on purpose.
Yeah, I mean, I
so you only wanted a piece of that man.
probably. I'm having a really hard time remembering, but I probably did get a bit of an exhilaration because I was also in a relationship, so it was like
Now,
something new while still having something old.
exactly. Now, have you been you're in a relationship
Mhm.
and you have a side piece who's just,
Yes.
as far as you know, side piece?
Yeah.
Now, why'd you do that?
Oh man, y'all want me to get like all philosophical. and
Because
stuff.
people think that it's just guys out here. I'm glad you are as forthright as you are, because people think, okay, just men cheating. And I tell women and men
They're
all the
cheating
time,
with someone.
who are they cheating with?
I will say this is probably the easiest way I could dumb this down. I was very young. I was also a serial relationship person, so I didn't get a lot of time to like date
Right.
other people. So I think when I got the opportunity to, because I hadn't done it, that I was taking those opportunities.
And you was like, you know, I think I want to sleep with these people.
Yeah.
I'm sleeping with. You're like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Now, Gina B,
Yes.
have you had a side piece?
I've not had a. I'm boring.
Have you been a side piece?
Okay, so I've
Switch
inadvertently
seats.
been side.
Switch
Okay,
seats. No,
so
stop
I've been.
on
I've been. You know. But here's the thing here's where you can be a side piece and not know you're a side piece if you're sleeping with someone and you don't know or care what else they have going on.
Right.
And so therefore, I might have been a side piece a couple times because I
Right.
was not asking too many questions about what they had going on in the other portion of their lives that I did not see them.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And so if you don't care, you don't ask. But if you don't ask, you don't know.
Right. Yeah, I've had a couple situations where it seemed exciting, but then you get a little nervous.
You know, I
Because there are rules to the side. At the end of this show, you know, I got some notes.
Chris got a list
I got a list.
Lord.
Yeah.
There are things you do and don't do.
as a side piece.
If you're a side piece, and if you have a side piece, again, this is a judgment-free, this is a morally free show. Normally, we give advice to keep relationships together. This one is to keep people from getting cut. So I'm going to share those.
You're in a very violent mood.
Well, it happens to people.
It really is.
Listen, I tell men, I don't care if you're 6'8", you want to get beat down by a dude, cheat on with a lady who got a 5'4" husband. That dude has, I've been cheated on strength, which is different.
I'd love to see that.
And women,
I might be able to take it.
I'm telling you, they go all in. And then women who've been cheated on will not lose. They will not be outsmarted. They will not be out crazy. I'm just letting you know. Stakes get higher as you get older. I'm trying to help people out. Now, I was skipped to the end of the show. I've been a side piece. I've had side pieces.
Uh-huh.
That makes you a hoe. Don't do it. All right. So that's the end of the show. We'll get to that later. However,
That's the end of the show?
that's the answer to all of this. But here's a couple reasons someone might consider being a side piece. There are some reasons to consider being a side
The
piece.
positives, okay.
There are.
There are. Now,
Okay.
if he has a mentally incapacitated wife who's locked away in the basement of the east wing of his estate, meaning he's rich, he got a wife, she can't sleep with him, why not?
Okay, now let me just run a scenario by you. So what if he incapacitated the wife? Like, do you want to be that side piece?
So Norman
That-
Bates?
Is a good point.
I
You should
mean,
know
how did
how
she
that
get that
happened.
way?
Yeah, that's a good point. You should know why that happened.
You know what I mean?
My questions are important.
Now, if he or she claims to be in an open marriage, now that is rare, but we now know entanglements do exist.
Right.
Lord.
They're
Shout out
rare.
to Jada Pinkett.
I mean, again,
I'm shouting that bitch out.
my name is Chris, but I wish Will Smith would run his fruity self up in here. I would drag his ass.
Whoa, wait, whoa.
I wish he was.
Did I say fruity? Oh my
Yes,
God.
you did say fruity.
I did not.
Political Chris is dead. Okay.
I did not mean to
He
offend
gone.
any alphabet people. Shows get cut off. I'm sorry.
That's
I'm
okay.
going to go to counseling. I was
I've been
wrong.
calling him a punk ass bitch for the last
Oh my God.
year.
I
so-
do not. The Kris The Critic show does not subscribe to what Gina B. just
Yes, you do.
Even though you just called him a fruit. Wow.
Right. I can call him a punk ass bitch if I want to.
Yeah, thank you. I
I'm just
strike
saying.
that from the record. Or the person who claims that they're separated but still living at home for the sake of the kids.
That's a good
No.
reason.
It's not a
No.
good reason. People think it is, but it's not
And
a
that's
good
some
reason
dumb shit.
That's a terrible reason.
because that
That's some dumb
means he
shit.
or she is broke. If they
Well,
still
it
live
means
in
he or
there,
she is probably lying.
that's probably number
Even
one.
if they are broke, do you want to be a side chick to a broke
Do you hear
motherfucker?
dogs barking?
Yes,
Yes.
that's probably Mr. Focus across the way.
Okay.
If you guys hear dogs barking, I don't know why.
It's not us.
Uh, Producer Jake, can we
yeah.
sort of close that door?
I don't think that's gonna help.
It's
Yeah.
coming through the window.
I
Yeah, it's
got
the
it.
window.
But I still,
You feeling like
there are other windows.
Okay.
Feeling I'd be safe.
so? I want to get back to your last point.
Which one?
Oh, I lost my train of
him,
thought.
him living with his ex.
Living with
But he too poor to leave.
Okay. So
Someone said
let me
Chris
put
is
you
dead,
on
he's
something.
not dead.
I'm gonna put you guys on some shit, okay?
I said that.
So today I was on Facebook and my friend Nicole posted this thing about
Right.
ways that, you know, like I don't know what the headline was, but it was this guy's TikTok video and he says everyone has an FBI friend. Like women, everyone has an FBI friend, and that's the friend who you can give a name and a general location. They can find out anything about the person.
I got 2. Yep.
I am,
Gina B is the
I am
FBI
the
friend.
FBI
I got 3.
friend. You got 3.
Gina B is
Okay.
the FBI
So
friend.
let me put you guys on something.
Not that I've used Gina B as the FBI, but Gina B is the
Well,
FBI.
let me be clear. I will figure that shit out. So I will look. If you think that like some shit's getting by me,
Yeah, they're pretty good.
you got the wrong. Anyway, so here's the
Gina
thing:
B is the FBI friend.
if somebody tells you that they are in the process of a divorce, okay, if they, baby, we getting divorced,
Right.
like I'm just waiting for the divorce to be final. Okay, there is a website.
Uh-oh.
Okay. It is the clerk of the circuit court.
Go get your
Website.
notebooks, people.
Get your seriously write this shit. And you can look shit up by name. And if you don't find a divorce record in that site, and if you're out of Chicago, I know there's others probably across the country. So if you're watching this in your other locations, check because it's public record. And that will let you know if that person is indeed in the process of a divorce. If not, he's just living with his wife and trying to get some from you.
Wow.
So that is my advice for that situation.
Can you still see it if the record is sealed?
The record won't be sealed.
Wow.
Okay.
In the process of getting a divorce,
Now, you can't find the details of the
Uh-huh.
case. You can find the turning points. You can see the beats of the case and you can see judgment, right? I had a guy get mad at me once because I was like, so what's this? Like you said, you're divorced. You told me you're divorced a long time ago, and there's this judgment 2 years after. And then he got mad at me. I'm like, I don't know why you're mad at me for lying, and I figured it out. Like, it's public record, motherfucker. You know, I was just you know what I'm saying? Like, don't lie to me.
Wow.
But that is my little bit of advice for y'all.
So in your everyday life, let me not throw anybody under the bus. I know a wide range of people, right? But I still see a lot of people with side pieces.
There are a lot of people with side pieces.
And to Sean's point, at least the guys, because women are super sleuths with this. Only 2% of women out of 8 million get caught. But anyway, you only know this from the guys that I know. There are guys who subscribe to that. If they have a girlfriend or a wife, they make it a point that their side piece has somebody else as well.
Yeah, because they don't want to be the main course for a side piece.
Now, I will tell you, I thought I was an 8th degree Jedi Knight player when I was single, but I was just trying to get some. I just wasn't that strategic.
Well, I don't think that you really had a dog in that fight.
True.
You know what I mean? Like,
well, you still.
I mean,
I'm not saying
I
wasn't the side piece. I felt if they made a choice with it and I was single, like a lot of us justify our bullshit. We're like, well, they're in a relationship, not me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like people get mad at the dude, right? Oh, he ain't shit. She's really not shit. But anyway, we don't.
I agree with that.
We don't do that though. We just say the person in the relationship is the only one we're gonna look bad at. You know what I'm saying?
It's bad. Well, okay, so let's address this question that's up here. What about the guy or girl who lives with his or her girlfriend or boyfriend and there's no intimacy? Okay,
but you still fucking? Is my
that's
question.
Some bullshit too.
That's that bullshit. Right?
Let me tell you. I have a friend right now. I don't know if she's watching, but
it's not about you, friend.
Hey,
who's
girl,
watching.
Hey, girl, hey.
What's her name?
I shout her out. I ain't saying
I'll shout her out.
I'll tell you after the show.
All right.
But she was loosely dating this guy who didn't live in the same state. And he kept telling her that he broke up with his girlfriend, but they lived together for financial reasons because they live in an expensive environment, right?
See?
And they were living together for years. Well, she was loosely, it would be like, oh, you know, in 6 months I'll visit, or in a year I'll visit. I mean, it wasn't even anything like regular necessarily.
She's
but
smart.
they would get together. I mean, they'd be
fucking.
They'd be fucking.
It'd be fun.
And then all of a sudden there was an announcement on Facebook that those two who were supposed to be, you know, not living together for reasons of closeness got married. So
oh wow.
Yeah. So I don't believe that either.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
How did did she respond to this?
She was like, is it something you'd like to share?
See? Well, that'll
Yes,
be she was in violation of side piece rules of giving a fuck. But we'll go into the rules. Don't like this topic. Don't
No one is condoning.
Wait a minute. Brother Foster jumped in
halfway.
This is because he's a guest, a friend of the show, and most Kris The Critic shows give advice on keeping folks together. We made a disclaimer at the beginning. This is a judgment-free show. This is a morally judgment-free show. We're just having a little fun tonight, noticing what's happening in the world around us. Yep. So,
let's see that happen to Monica too. I'm really, my whole point here is if you are a side piece and you don't know it, here are the signs that you might be.
He disrespected your side piece.
You might not want to be.
Yeah.
If you're, you might want to look out for some things.
He disrespected you. First off, a man or woman at least respects the side piece enough to let them know they're a side piece. If he ain't telling, if you're not telling them you're a side piece, then they really not shit. Like that girl fucking kicked me out. She should have let me know I was a side piece.
Well, I mean, but realistically, okay, so
would you have been okay with that at the time? Probably.
No, I was young. But you were young. You're like, what do you mean I'm not number one? When you get older, you're like, I get that.
Well, you don't understand. See, the thing is, as you get older, you start to understand the ramifications of it. That are
you just become nasty and don't give a fuck.
Well, but realistically, I would not want to be a side piece, and I've never consciously been a side piece because I don't want to be some other woman's problem, right? Like, so you're
not a problem if you're a good side piece.
Okay, so if a woman and a man are having a relationship and whatever it is they're trying to work out, right? I never want to be a side piece in that situation and be like,
side pieces aren't always
that.
They're not
person.
First off, side pieces aren't causing the problem. They're just something that happened because
they're participating. So what does that make it better?
But what if it's like a Ruby D? What was her husband's name?
That was an open relationship. That's not a side piece.
Okay.
Well, if someone thinks they're in a monogamous relationship, I don't want to be
side piece specifically says one half of the couple is in the dark and these two are canoe. Because the side piece, if you're doing your side piece right, your side piece should know, and we'll get into the rules of
side piece or
being a side piece.
I have a caveat before we hop into that. So what if you are in a marriage, right?
Right.
Like you're with an athlete, right? You're with an athlete.
Okay.
You kind of know.
What sport does she play? Is she a volleyball player?
You a woman and you're
I'd like to fantasize about a volleyball player.
My point is, you're married to a basketball player. We know what their lifestyle is.
I don't know. I know some good brothers who are poopers. But anyway, I would never sell us out.
I'm going to need you.
I never sell us out. Go ahead.
So, and you just are like, look, do what you need to do. I'm going to be here at home. Wait, we're going to have our life. But when you're out on the road, you do what you need to do.
Uh-huh.
Where does that fall? I still feel like that's still a side chick scenario.
Unfortunately, that's not a side chick scenario because you're sort of condoning it. I will say, though, if you suspect someone is cheating or has a side piece,
that's still side piece.
I'm just letting people know.
It's still side piece to me, but
only 48% of men and women use protection in those relationships.
Okay, that's a whole different.
Now look, but listen to this. What the bad thing is, in an open relationship, 66% of people use protection. People in open relationships are more careful of people sneaking.
Who are sneaking.
That's fucked up.
People who are creeping. Okay. Monica Levy Rowland says that's very much on the morally high ground. It is morally high ground. I just like to sleep at night knowing that I'm not somebody.
Well, you're in the minority because a lot of us do it because it felt good at the time.
I like, and I'm a firm.
Far more disciplined than us.
Well, I'm also
she's lying.
Firm
lies
believer.
On camera. Show me.
No, I don't. I'm a firm believer that shit
will
come back on me at some point.
I wish.
So therefore,
you are what. No offense, Chantel. You are what women of old used to be. Men have always been sort of fucked up in the head. It is what it is.
I just believe in
We're
karma.
not gonna get into that.
That's not this show. You're right. But sorry, fellas. Any guys who walk this show, but we ain't right. We miss our whole life on some ass. But men just have done that since the beginning of time.
Yeah, and to her point again, Monica Levy Rowland is like blowing us out with comments. Thank you. If you are not okay, so to your point, is it still a side piece?
I can't read that far.
You're asking if it's still a side piece if you're letting the man do whatever. Just because you allow
Hold
it,
on, Monica. It is a side piece.
if you're not the main,
If you're not the main chick and you're in the main person is in the dark,
exactly.
and you're a side piece, you're a side piece. No, a true side piece knows.
Well, right, the side piece knows.
We're talking about side pieces.
We're talking about side pieces. A side piece knows what's up.
Absolutely.
A true side
give
piece.
her the intel.
Well, I said it's only a few ways where you can be a side piece and not know it, and we talked about those.
Relationship that I'm in. Right.
Y'all want to hear some rules? For any of you out
I can't wait to hear rules.
considering being a side piece, male or female, this is for you. And then we'll talk about those if you're in a relationship.
Wait, what do you okay, she disagrees. Anyway, go ahead. We can talk about the rules, so we can get back to that.
Well, she's wrong. But anyway, and I love her. But anyway, rules of being a side piece of cheating. And I'll go quick through these. Don't just watch CSI, study it. Because there are many ways.
Like me.
There are many ways. There are people like Gina B. And trust me, you might think you're the most stealthiest side piece around. But people who've been in relationships, men and women, notice. They may not say anything, but they notice the most subtle differences.
Yes.
I had a buddy. I was single. And he was like, man, you date so many women. I was like, well, they know we're not exclusive. This wasn't even side piece, though. This is just me omitting the truth. He would say, you got a girl coming over? He would go to my bathroom. He'd be like, uh-huh. What's this hair? Who's coming over next?
Right.
What color's her hair? Yeah, motherfucker. That's evidence right there. And I'm like, this motherfucker is crazy.
But
you didn't clean between chicks?
This is a bathroom hair he found, but he claims that people, men and women, might leave hair.
Get busted.
I'm telling you, you gotta really be on your shit.
And it's everywhere.
See what I'm saying? She'd be a bad side. No,
I'd be a bad luck.
You come in. Your guy would be like this. Babe, can you put this wig on?
Right.
Can you put this shower cap? You put this shower cap on.
Factories to keep the hair.
Right, the hair.
Man, listen, I'm telling you.
Anytime somebody tells you to put a bonnet on, you know something's wrong. Because brothers don't like those bonnets.
I had a guy who
suspected
his girl was cheating. So, as a matter of fact, it was the same guy. Comes by my house like, let me know if you ever need this blue light. I'm like, what's this blue light for? He was like, I can see anything,
CSI.
Stains, anything. I was like,
one of those.
See what I'm
Why
saying?
do you have a blue light?
See what I'm saying? This shit is out here.
No, I have
it's
a blue
out
light.
here.
No, I'll tell you why. Well, I have a blue light
here.
because I have animals. And so when you have a cat, sometimes, this has not happened with my cats, but I've had cats before that will pee somewhere. And the way you find it is with the blue light. And so
it also works for semen.
And it also works for other things.
All right. So
if you have a cat.
So you agree with the CSI.
Get one of those.
So you agree with the CSI.
Yeah.
All right, now number 2. I know we are in a time that we like to keep these thoughts, but no video, no pictures.
People are so stupid with pictures.
Unless you just like living dangerously. It's like walking around with a cell phone with no protection on it. You're just waiting to drop that shit. It's going to happen.
Or go back to rule number 1 and have a secret little thing in your iPhone where you store all the pictures that needs a password and people can't.
Let me be clear when I tell you.
Look, I have a buddy. I'm not going to even say because people may put it together. I may know someone who's really good at that. I am not that.
Check the trash folder is all I have to tell you.
Check the trash is trash.
Exactly. And because I busted somebody that way.
See what I'm saying?
They had a whole folder full of vagina, basically. And
maybe he just had a porn addiction. Maybe he wasn't involved with those
that
people.
was personal vagina.
I remember somebody who, back in the SIM card days, had one phone and 3 SIM cards. I mean, that's still SIM cards, but when you can actually go and pop them in and out,
you can still do that.
He was fucking around.
I don't know how to get to mine.
Wait a minute. Do they don't have SIM cards anymore?
Yeah, they do.
They do.
I could. Yeah,
I just don't know how to get to mine.
All right. Number 3. Don't kiss and tell.
Someone always tells.
That's hard.
But if they've done number 2, they've already told.
Oh, you mean number 2 on your list?
Number 2. If someone's already taken a video, if someone's taking a video or picture, she's showing your peen off to somebody.
Exactly. 100%.
He's showing the peen off to somebody because she was proud of that shit.
Oh yeah.
Or he's showing your head game video of your head game.
Your head game is
because he's probably like, you see that? See how that? See how color that? See how?
Or you know what?
That, just know. I know. Hey, not that it's been shown off.
Listen, what I can tell you is that
you a video somewhere. You're like this. Yeah, fuck. That is me.
I will tell you something. Me. All I find, I harvest. Is all I find, I keep. So, unless you want me to start tagging somebody on Facebook, you will. Definitely.
The next one, this is huge. Social media. If you're gonna be in the sport of having your side piece, just get off that shit. Get off of it, period. 47% of Facebook users admit to at least have emotionally cheated, because women don't really admit to cheating.
Okay.
He really riding
Case
that
in
horse.
point, if it's not your friend, both of y'all friends, don't even talk to that motherfucker on social media, man or woman.
I would agree. Don't friend them.
Fellas, if it's your friend, bitch, that's all. Don't even wish me. Don't even say hi.
Because don't friend them.
Don't say happy anniversary. But men are stupid. I don't know why women
So
do it.
stupid.
I know, but women have been starting to act like men. They do dumb shit too. Because in the study, it was women too. Guys are getting, and the reason it's prevalent, it's a bigger deal with women because, women sort of expect men to fuck up.
Okay.
Men know it, but we don't
Here's
like saying
something
it.
to do. Okay. So on the flip side of that, the shadiest men I know, the shadiest men.
Why are you friends with those men?
the shadiest don't have social media presence.
Right. I know dudes
Because
that don't have none of that
they
shit.
know
They
they will get into
pros.
all kinds. I mean,
They pros.
they're like high level, like, now fuck that. Because
I know somebody who finally, after about 6 years of marriage, was like, I think we have a Facebook page. It took you that long to get rid of those hoes? Basically.
I don't see. I have a friend who is he's so fucked up. He sent me a picture once of his girlfriend. I'm not saying his girlfriend and his side piece in the picture together hugged up.
Oh, that nigga.
I was like,
he going to hell.
Wow.
He going.
okay. So now
that's a whole nother show.
Was that side piecery or is that like open relationship?
No, his wife does.
She doesn't know.
But you know what? Women are bigger.
His main chick doesn't know. The side obviously knows.
Women are bigger.
But he has them in rooms.
I know, but men use as dumb as men are. That's usually a crime that women do because women usually have, according to the studies, have slightly more. It's some of y'all that is just savage, but there are a lot of women that usually have more of an emotional attachment. So usually that person is somewhere within their sphere of people. A dude, it'll be some chick he caught eye contact with at the Dunkin' Donuts, and he barely know he fucking. I mean, but women usually don't do shit like that.
Glaze and some ass.
Right.
Yeah.
But because women,
get the glaze on the ass.
If a relationship is cool, women cheat over time. I see this guy often. We interact. We work together. Eventually, he slide up in the pussy. That's how it works.
Shit.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what's up.
Well, a lot of guys will hide in plain sight. But that whole like what you just talked about, where he's got his main bitch and the side bitch.
Shout out to Don Horn.
That is some pimp shit.
One of Chicago's finest.
Yeah, he was here last week.
He was supposed to be here today.
Yeah.
He'll be here next. We'll bring him back next week for something. He had to clean up. He had to take care of some crime in our city because we do have some crime.
Yeah, he's got. But here's the deal: to have.
Why you smiling like that? He just got married, Sunset. He just got married, Sunset. No, I was playing.
Okay.
That's the old Sunset. That's the old.
What?
I'm fucking with you. That's the old Sunset.
Let me back to the point. This is actually a good point. To have the main woman and the side woman hugged up together and send you
a picture. Wait 1 second. We got the emergency message. Mrs. Critic.
That's how people get killed.
Jake, Mrs. Critic texted me and said you're cursing a lot and using X-rated language.
That's right. We are.
What is Jake supposed to do about that?
I'm sorry, Mom. Jake, I want you to use the electric shock on the microphone if I do it again.
Yeah, I'll turn it on.
I took care of it, baby.
I curse a lot all the time. But that's
listen.
how people end up on Dateline. Like, if that main chick ever finds out and you had me hugged up with this bitch in a picture, that will get you killed. Because I know how.
And the funny thing is, I'm telling you,
I told him like
that's the
you like living dangerously.
But that is the scenario.
Dateline.
That is the scenario where I said that small man becomes a beast because he knows he can't just go whoop dude. So he'll do something to him. I'm just letting you know. Here's another one.
Something will happen.
No public displays of affection. Now.
Well, of course not.
But here's the rub. Here's the rub. People mess that rule up.
They do.
They think I tapped that so good, or the person might have got it so good. The person in the relationship might just grab their hand. I'm telling you, and people slip. But
people slip. That is
Men
fair.
slip everywhere. Is no rhyme or reason. They just slip. Women slip when they travel because they think, "Oh, I'm out of town. Nobody's seeing." But you better be in Wyoming.
Isn't that how those newscasters got caught because they were publicly?
I think one of them didn't give a fuck no more.
Probably
didn't care anymore.
They were like, I think, being very affectionate.
I was talking about the ones from CNN. CNN?
No, was it CNN? Because I don't pay attention. It's daytime TV.
They were both married, and then they got together and got divorced.
Oh yeah.
I'm texting back readers.
Oh, what's going on now? Oh, okay.
No one. That's a user, a person who watches the show.
A user in person who watches.
No public Facebook.
Okay.
Jesus,
why is the phone ringing? Okay.
The next one. Feelings are overrated. Don't catch feelings.
Well, how do you not catch feelings?
See, that's a woman's.
First of all, be clear.
There are ways to do that.
I've done it.
The reason you're side piecing, right, is because you thought, I don't want to curse, they could fill a void that you had.
They can scratch an itch.
They can scratch an itch. Usually. It's like, you thought they were cute. Or had a special set of skills. I
have a strategy for not getting emotionally
Me too.
Do you?
Yeah, I have one too.
Every time you finish, you stab yourself in the arm. What do you do?
No, you stab them.
No. So I am very strategic. When if me and somebody are on that level, no small talk. I don't give a shit what your kids are doing.
Exactly.
I don't care how work is going. I don't care what you and your friends did yesterday.
You just care about the D, don't you, girl?
Yes.
That's it.
Are you okay? Great.
Yeah, no, seriously. That's the best way.
Pop it.
That's like
spending the night.
But
no sitting around talking about television shows.
You better get your toothbrush up. Don't you bring that?
I probably won't even use the bathroom at your house. I am a very get in and get out type.
What about this one? Here's one where a lot of people get caught up.
Situational.
Men and women. Don't call them, they'll call you. If you are in the relationship, hear me out. If you're in the relationship, you should be the only one placing an outgoing call to the person to the side piece. Okay. When side pieces start calling in, men or women, that's when that bull crap occurs.
So she's your beck and call girl.
Or man. Yeah. Just think about it. Your wife. You're home with your husband. Now, your side piece is great, wonderful, but maybe he catches some feelings. Now he calling you, and you at home at dinner trying to make dinner. Here go your phone, and then you're like, oh, that might have been my girl. That might have been this. And then all of a sudden you're like, okay, the person in the relationship is the only one that should be placing an outgoing call. And when you see them, if they do it, I don't care that you want to see me. Unless I call you, we don't see each other. If I never call you, we never see each other again.
Now, how y'all have that conversation? That seems like that's a tough conversation. That's tougher than saying, you know what, I got a wife.
Which is why at the beginning of all this, I said, don't be a sound. It's going to blow up. It's going to be wrong. It don't work. That's the end of the I gave you that at the beginning.
I'm just saying, that's a hard pill for somebody
to swallow. If you don't want to get in trouble,
call me, I'll call you.
You better follow the handbook. Look. Now,
Well, I mean, like the combat. If you want to combat that, just like, yeah, you can call me if you want to. I may or may not be available. I mean, like, look, the side piece should have
She has
their
the
own
super
life.
apps on her phone, though.
Who has super?
You do. That phone number probably rings with like your mom's picture or something like that.
I don't have the brain power to be that strategic anymore.
Right.
Of course you can. Who was that? I saw a Facebook post where somebody put they side chick. It was under
some dude's name.
It was like do not what?
Oh, do not answer.
Like when people spam call or something.
Oh, spam. They were spam. God damn it! Another spam call.
I know.
Spam is like this. I can't wait to give. I can't wait to give with you. I just bought some baby oil from spam.
Even though spam is getting aggressive right now. Spam is getting aggressive. I got some picture of some chick. It's like, what are you doing? I was like, bitch, who are you?
Now, ladies, don't be at home like this. Oh my God, it's spam. It's spam again.
Check this. My point.
Number 9, holidays, unfortunately, that's why you don't catch feelings, are for main squeezes only.
But there's side piece Valentine's Day.
I was just about to say, the 13th or the 15th.
If he or she is missing on February 15th, they cheat. Yeah. It is. That's another show.
Like, he's got so much.
It's basically 2 holidays.
February
14th
to February 15th.
January 30th. I mean, December 31st
all the
and
candy.
January 1st.
Candy and candy.
Or December 30th and the 31st. Number 10. Three's a company, more as a crowd. If you feel the need to get another side piece or they get another side piece, just that situation is going to be volatile. You like?
So wait, are you saying if he has more than one side?
Or she has more than one side piece?
Get out.
That person's just,
or just prepare to.
Their greed's going to blow that whole situation up. You're not enough. Their spouse isn't enough. The side piece not enough. They need an extra side.
Are you trying to be enough? I would.
If you out here calling,
The definition
people,
of side piece is not enough.
right?
You know what I mean?
I'm not here trying to. I would, as a side piece.
I don't know anybody who's
as
just
a former side piece. I'm not trying to satiate whatever you got going on. I'm trying to get what I need.
You're trying to satiate yourself.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
what if you're in a relationship
Karen Allen.
and you have a side piece, and all of a sudden you're like, shit, I think I want another side piece. See, it's just too much.
Yeah, that's too.
That's all I'm saying. And if it's too much for you,
Literally.
on the other end, it's too much for them. It's just too much. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
It's just bad.
I think that's the only one that's I disagree with that on the side from the side chick perspective.
You
better for you if they have more than one.
Now there are rules to having a side piece.
As long as everyone's using protection.
If you're not emotionally involved, it's better if they have more than one side chick. Then you
Right.
can
This is
go
too
live
much-
your
We
life
have
and
about-
Too many
we
chances
have
of
8 minutes.
diseases. I just can't with all that.
I'm going to run through some of
Cannot.
these, but I need y'all opinion. And Gina B, you're responsible.
Mhm.
Okay, there's no such thing as a hard conversation with
You
side
missed
piece.
that whole thing.
You
You
know
know
what?
what? Fair.
Hold on.
Fair.
You're
Hold
right.
on.
That is mixing up.
Kay Allen, that is a fact. Well, she just put up, people. Everybody who's interested in going to hell, look at Kay Allen's comment and you copy that.
Now we go and send everybody to
You
hell.
are
Not
going to
hell.
hell.
Not
You're going to hell, but at least go there without any drama. Anyway, but here are the rules to having a side piece. The other ones were, from the
If
side
you a side piece, okay.
No, you're in a relationship. You're a side piece. Now, number one, your husband or wife comes first. All right?
Literally.
Period.
That's something you need to have a rule for.
Well, some people get their minds get wrong. Now you don't know what
They
some
get
of these
wrapped
I
up.
got
in the
you
questions.
don't know what
but
some
okay.
of these women and men out here doing to these folks.
Question. Okay.
Because that other half feeds your kids. You know what I'm saying? They'll jump in front of a bullet for you. Their wife, spouse, all types of
The
stuff.
other one is what Chris Rock called new pussy.
Right. Don't keep any. Again,
Jake,
Keepsakes.
one of my panelists downstairs.
don't leave any of your stuff anywhere else. Right.
Yeah.
Money,
Is this
especially I've seen men do this dummy thing.
Oh, he's already downstairs. Never
Your
mind.
main
Jake,
squeeze, your spouse, she get all your money, any money you got.
Right.
If you got a lot of money, they should get all. If you got a little money, they should get. Because when you start giving your side piece money,
Oh, never do that.
man or woman,
Oh my God. No.
these days, that used to work, but it is turned into an extortion tactic.
Yeah.
You will be extorted.
And it's
You'll
also
be extorted.
it's
if you give
if
them-
you
if you
end
give
up
them
getting
money, you'll be
divorced,
extorted.
and also if you end up getting divorced, you get audited, and if the side piece becomes an issue,
Yeah.
then you'll
And when
it'll
you
come
get-
out where the money goes.
and when
If it
you
goes
get
to the side
caught-
piece, you're in trouble.
Most of you will get caught.
You will.
Just deal with it. When you get caught, if the man or woman finds out you have been financing over here,
Shit.
whatever hell you going through will be twice as bad.
Oh hell yeah.
It is what it is. Am I lying? Am I lying, Gina B?
Oh hell no.
Uh,
Yeah, that would just be a
Speaking of number 4, the side guy or chick is to respect your spouse.
I agree.
Tell that Negro, I don't care what's going on. I don't care how I was screaming. If you see me and him walking, you better smile. Hey, you keep walking. And vice versa.
Yeah, don't posture.
Women are good at that. Women will fuck your shit up.
You're like, hey,
Right. Hey, Chris.
how you doing?
Rub your. Hey.
Yeah. How you doing? Oh, you
Hey.
got something on your face.
Hold on. Ooh, I dropped that. Slow
This is
pick
why,
up.
going back to the earlier conversation, having somebody who's in their own relationship.
True. They won't do that.
No.
Look at Chantel.
Look at
Chantel. To begin with.
Stating a case for yes.
Oh, this is key, and people are guilty of this, men and women. I have seen
You seen it.
in my critic career.
So much smoke in here. Uh-huh.
Do not complain about your wife or husband to the side piece.
That's a really good one.
That's a really
People
good
break
one.
that all the
Because
time.
people
Yeah,
say,
and people will
"She-
break that
I
shit.
wouldn't do that to you the way
He
she
don't do
does."
this. He don't do that because you know what? That side piece, if they put in the corner,
That goes back to my.
They gonna
I
bring
said,
that up.
My rule. What
Find
we don't
somebody
talk
Too
with
much
about-
somebody.
conversation.
We don't talk about.
so that's the golden rule.
We don't talk about nothing.
That is the golden rule. Only side piece with someone who has some money. The next number 6 was don't kiss and tell. Obviously, we talked about that because, like with the pictures, you gonna show your girl if he killing it like that. You showing him, and dudes will say, "Dude, I've been a guy." We be like this, baby. You know, I'm just why you wanna take this? You know, because I need that memory. Blah blah blah. But they showing they homie.
They are. You know what?
All day.
Everyone who says no one else is gonna see this
is showing.
They know they're lying when they're saying it.
At least 4 people.
At minimum.
There's people out here now like this, but not my. Yes, him too.
Yeah. All
Don't
the
even
pictures
let
that
it
you
record it
take
because it's
in.
gonna go in the cloud.
Here's another one. And this is, I mentioned this early. If you are going to have a side piece, stay out of your side piece's social circles, and don't let the side piece in your social circle. That's gonna blow up. Because man, people talk.
Is that our sponsor?
And they're gonna give off side piece vibes, and somebody might step to him or her.
Side piece vibes. Oh yes, that's SPE. You got side piece energy.
This show, come on, we gotta pay the bills. This show sponsored by Cavent. It's extra smooth, aged 10 years, made from grapes. Available locally here in Chicago at Kimbark Liquors, in Hyde Park, and A&S Beverage.
Or wherever your side piece is shopped.
Or wherever your side piece shops. Back to the show. Number 8. People say they don't do this, but it happens. Never bring your side piece home or car. Try to use their place. I've heard people say, man, I'll never do this, but man, I did. They do it. They do it.
I've never bring the side piece.
As a side piece, I've been in. I was like,
I just don't even understand. That just doesn't make any
sense. It doesn't make sense, but people do it. None of it makes sense.
Well, some people like the thrill of it.
There's a way to do this logic.
They like the thrill of that, though.
But that's why people do it in the beginning. Anyway.
Yeah.
Because but people do these dumb things.
Stupid.
And then they'll say, well, why would I do that?
And then do it.
And then do it.
And then they get arrogant. And that's really that's really where people slip up. They get arrogant. They think that, I got this.
God.
Right.
Okay.
And as when I was younger and I was first ahead of the side, men are dating when they're younger. Men are stupid. We would, there are people we've decided we're not going to be with and are scared to break up. Women, y'all are good. Y'all would say, you know what? This relationship's not working. We should move on. And I just want to be fair to I just want to be fair to you. Men, you'll never hear most men say that. We'll finally say that if we're like 40 because we don't want to get stabbed, because that's usually what happens to you later on in life when you play those games. Yep. So I encourage all young people, if you don't want to be with a girl or a guy, first off, don't date anybody who's crazy, because it's a lot of crazy young dudes out here. This is a public service announcement right here. For real.
Yeah.
Be nice to them, but first off, don't date no crazy dudes, but be truthful with them.
That's an important rule, Karen. Thank you.
What'd she say?
Yes. And don't you act a fool.
And don't you act a fool when you see your side piece out with her piece.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
They said, and they get all like, I saw you.
But you know, that's true. Man. That's true, Kay Allen.
Which I have had that happen to me.
People think women only catch feelings. Guys catch feelings.
Well, it's an ego thing.
That alpha male personality just jumps out. Absolutely. But again, I keep telling folks, people are aware when something is amiss. People know when something ain't right. They may not say something at that time, but she might lean over like, let her do that again. I bet I stabbed her. I bet you I stabbed her. It happened. And then in this last one, we're about to close up in a minute.
Yeah, we got it.
And this goes out especially to men. Never have more kids with your side piece than you do with your spouse.
Okay, now you've gone off.
There's side pieces out here
Chris,
who have kids.
All right.
Y'all act like it don't happen, huh? It's just y'all act like it don't happen.
I'm not saying this doesn't happen.
As a Kris The Critic show, and I'm Kris The Critic.
Were sane until
I have to share what really happens
the
out
rules should be don't have babies with your side chick.
Right.
There are a lot of people out here. There are a lot of people out here who they thought was their daddy.
Mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
Hey,
Lord have mercy.
It is what it is.
I don't agree. The thoughts of Kris the Critic are not
representative of the two sane people sitting on the other side of the table. Okay.
Did we cover most of it? We
covered more than we thought we would.
Does anybody out there, did we not cover any aspect of Side Piece? We got about 3 minutes.
I'm sure, who was that? Aaron Foster would prefer if we were like, don't be a side piece.
Well, I mean, I don't advocate
only being monogamous to.
Well, to that point,
I don't advocate being.
Why? Because he's part. First off, he's part of the greatest fraternity ever. Yo. Now, so in summary,
because there are no Kappas
because he's a wise man.
No Kappas cheat.
As a rap, no men of Kappa Alpha Psi have ever cheated. So look, as a rap,
I think I
don't.
Know at least
and this is why he's pathetic. Don't be a side piece. It lowers you to a cheap piece of nothing that no one trusts and damns you to hell, and it lowers your self-esteem. And you're better than that. You're better than that. So until the next time, peace and love.
Peace and grace.
We're out of here. Gina B, Kris the Critic, Chantel Watson, aka Sean.
We mention the government, huh?
Yo, I'm sorry about that. She might have stalkers. I apologize. Your hairstyle, by the way, is very Hollywood.
Thank you.
I'm gonna do something like that if I had enough. It'll just be on the sides, but whatever.
The tufts sticking out.
Anyway, we're out of here like last year. Peace and love till next week. Kris the Critic, Gina B, Sean, we out of here. Thank you, ladies, for an excellent show. It was wonderful talking to you.
Yes.
Next week, we'll talk about something a little bit more respectable. Peace and love. Jake, please take us out of here.